After data type, the another important topic is variables. When we want to store any information or data on our computer or laptop, we store it in the computer's memory space. Instead of remembering the complex address of that memory space where we have stored our data, our operating system provides us with an option to create folders, name them so that it becomes easier for us to find it and access it. Similarly, in C++, when we want to use some data value in our program, we can store it in a memory location and name the memory space so that it becomes easier to access it. So, the naming of an address or the naming of a memory location is known as variable. Variable is the name of that particular memory location. The values of a variable can be changed. Means we can change the value of a variable during the execution of a program. So, a programmer can choose a meaningful variable name. Syntax for declaring and initializing a variable in a program. Syntax means the rules to form a statement in a computer language. So here the syntax for declaring a variable is, first you have to write the data type, then you have to give the variable name, then assignment operator, then the value. And if you have more than one variable of the same data type, then you must use comma, then second variable name, then assignment operator, then value. So this way you have to declare and initialize a variable. Now say in the syntax, here I have used the angular bracket. Angular bracket means wherever you see the angular brackets, that means you can write your own data type and you can write your own variable name within the bracket. During the writing process, you don't use the angular bracket. Okay? So, declaration of variables must be done before they are used in the program. Declaration does some things like, number one, it tells the compiler what the variable name is. Number two, it specifies what type of data the variable will hold. Number three, until the variable is defined, the compiler does not have to worry about allocating memory space to the variable. Number 4, declaration is more like informing the compiler that there exists a variable with following data type which is used in the program. Okay? So, next one is your initializing a variable. That means to provide it or to provide the variable with a value. A variable can be initialized and defined in a single statement. Here I have shown you some example like int num1, then assignment operator, then value, then now comma num2 assignment operator 30. Here I have separated num1 and num2 with a comma since both are of the same data type. If you have the different data types, then you can use or you have to use separate statements, separate lines. Now see, for a character data type or character variable, I have used car, name, assignment operator, then initial value is computer. Third example, float number is my variable name, assignment operator, then value. Like this you can declare and you initialize a variable. But note, I have given it is mandatory to declare a variable, but it is not necessary to initialize a variable with a value. If you do not want to initialize a variable, then you declare the variable only, like int num1 comma num2, car name, float number, like this. But you must remember that after writing the statement, you have to end the statement with a semicolon. This is the rules for writing a statement in a C++ program. Every statement in a C++ program is ended with a semicolon. Rules to name a variable. This topic is not included in your chapter. This is very important, and these rules you have to follow when you name a variable. First rule is that variable name must not start with a digit. For example, one num, two number, etc. These are not allowed. You can write num1, no2. This way you can write. These are allowed, but in the beginning you cannot start with a digit. Rule 2. Variable name can consist of alphabets, digits, and special symbols like underscore or dollars. For example, roll underscore no, st name dollar. These are allowed for naming a variable. Number 3. Blank spaces are not allowed in variable name. For example, roll blank space no. These are not allowed. Student space name. These are not allowed. It will be not accepted as a variable name. But in between this blank space, you can use underscore or you can use dollar symbol. Number 4. Keywords are not allowed as variable name. Yes, there are 63 keywords in C++ programming language. So all those 63 keywords are not allowed as a variable name. Here I have given you only 2 keywords like int car. These are not allowed. Upper and lower case names are treated as different. Upper and lower means capital letters and small letters are treated as different. For example, see here, name. All are small letters. Name. N is capital letters. Name. All are capital letters. So, if you define the variable with different letters, capital letters or lowercase letters, then all are treated as different variable name. But it is better to use small case letters for naming a variable. Last rule is that dot is not allowed. In C++ programming language, dot is treated as a operator. So dot is not allowed as a variable name, like roll underscore no dot. You cannot give this as a variable name. st dot name. So these names, variable names, will give you an error. So try to avoid dot in your variable name. So you follow these rules when you give the variable name in a program.